Brothers, watch out for women who try to use seduction to try to cause you to yield to them and force your hand in marriage. These type of women are easy to find when you see them like this. But remember, a whore can also be one with a hair cover. There are some women in the so-called truth who are not really in the truth. They're fronting and they have on hair covers, but they like to use seduction to try to trick you. They're not really following the Most High. And if a woman's using seduction to try to get you, that should be your number one sign. For some, you can take them out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of them. You need to allow a woman to have time to reveal her true self. For 1 day, 2 days, it's easy to pretend to be humble and obedient. It's very easy to do that for a couple of days, but you can't do that for 2 weeks. So if you don't give a woman time to show her true colors and for her to reveal her spirit because you get seduced by her or because she's seducing you and you are allowing her to compromise yourself, only a righteous brother has the fortitude and the strength to not be seduced by a wicked woman. And that's just the hardcore truth. If you are seduced by a woman and a woman takes advantage of you and compromises you and forces your hand into marriage, because when you sleep with her, you have to do the honorable thing, because then you're going to look bad, won't you? And so then you end up having a wife who isn't very righteous. And then what? You divorce her? How is that going to look in the eyes of the Most High? You're playing the whore? You're fornicating? None of this looks good. So when you compromise yourself, you defile yourself. You're not keeping yourself set apart. You should not want a woman who is so easily gotten and who isn't really looking for the righteousness in you. And really, if you're not looking for the righteousness in her, maybe you actually belong to her. Maybe you belong together. So you can't say that there's no righteous sister if you yourself, you're not looking for a righteous sister, because a righteous sister wouldn't put herself in that type of situation where she's seducing a brother. I mean, I'm talking about the initial stages of meeting somebody. I'm not talking if you're courting somebody for many weeks. Eventually, I know sometimes things happen. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the initial stage where you don't really know the woman. If you don't really know she's righteous, really that's on you. You can't blame the woman for turning out to be wicked if you yourself did not give her time to show her true colors. Men who are void of wisdom and understanding will lust after shameless, wicked, basically women who don't serve the Most High Yah, and then ironically complain that women are all wicked and unrighteous. Let's read about it in Proverbs 7, verse 4. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinsman. So if you had wisdom and you had understanding, you wouldn't be concerned about a wicked woman, because a wicked woman is made for a wicked man. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my encasement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. Passing through the street near her corner, he went the way to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and a subtle heart. She is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. So this woman, you can recognize her by the clothes she wears. So if you're looking what a shameless woman or a righteous woman would look like, look at her clothes. To say that you can't judge a woman on her clothes is foolish. Only a fool would say that. Because according to Proverbs 7, verse 10, you can judge a woman by her clothes. If she looks like a harlot, she might be a harlot. Verse 12. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an imprudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved woodworks, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh and aloes and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. So a woman who's unrighteous will want to sleep with you right away. And if you are simple, a man void of understanding, you're going to fall for her. It doesn't matter if she's married or not married. This kind of woman is no good. If you fall for her and love her, she's going to cheat on you because she hasn't showed you that she was any different or righteous. She's basically trying to trap you. For the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech she caused him to yield, and with flattery of her lips she forced him. So basically she used her womanly ways to kind of rape him, to trick him, to sleep with him, to entice him to sin. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks. So you're a fool if you go after this kind of woman. Till a dart strikes through his liver, as a bird hastened to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now therefore, O ye children, and attend unto the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. So, this type of woman is an unrighteous woman and is wicked. So, if you're looking for a woman sexy and seductive and, heavily covered in makeup, using trickery, you don't know what she really looks like under that makeup. She's using trickery. And she's putting perfume on. Nothing wrong with perfume and looking good. But this woman, she has an agenda to yield you to her bedroom. And that's all she's about. So if you want this kind of woman, you're going to go into the pits of hell. But every woman is not like this. You should seek a woman after your heart, a woman who serves the Most High, a woman seeking righteousness and of a righteous family. There's no reason to complain about the wicked woman, because this type of woman is for a simple man. If you are a man of understanding, if your sister is wisdom and your kinsman is understanding, this type of woman won't be an issue for you. You won't have these problems. Let this type of problem go to the simple person. Shalom.